Good afternoon. My name is Paul Hayes. I'm a Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University, and it's my enormous pleasure and privilege to welcome you to this congregation of the University of Portsmouth, during which we'll be conferring awards upon our brilliant graduates. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Paul Alawale, and I'm the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Research and Innovation at the University. Pro-Vice Chancellor, my University Executive Board colleagues, heads of school, and members of the University of Portsmouth community, colleagues, distinguished guests, graduates, parents, family, and friends. I'm delighted to be here with you today on this important occasion in our graduates' lives and careers. To each of you, I offer my congratulations. What you have achieved in completing a degree qualification is a significant educational accomplishment. Regardless of your chosen field of study, graduation signifies the culmination of several years of hard work on your part. While today is a celebration of your efforts, I might also add that it's time for us to thank our academic and professional staff who've been absolutely committed to helping you to achieve your learning goals. Finally, I thank the family and friends, employers, colleagues, and mentors who've also played an important role in the success of each graduate. You can all be justly proud of your efforts. At this time, I think it's appropriate that you, our graduates, should stand up and with a warm round of applause, join me in thanking your family and friends who are here today. So please be upstanding. And I thought CCI students would be the most vocal. Let's hear a bit of noise for all your family and friends. Come on. That's better. Thank you. While this is a day of celebration, it's also an occasion that represents a point of departure from studying at the University of Portsmouth to a new stage where you have the opportunity to make your mark in the community, whether that is at a local, regional, or indeed a global level. The university has endeavored to instill in you a body of knowledge and a set of qualities that will prepare you for your future life. However, the true value of your University of Portsmouth education lies in how you transfer this knowledge for the greater good of your communities. On that note, allow me to reflect on the importance of this body of knowledge and the value of a university education to connect more directly and boldly with the large questions of our time. We live in times of great economic, political, and cultural change. And the challenge today is to take the best of our insights, experiences, and knowledge and turn them into actions in order to improve people's lives and prospects. In response to these prevailing pressures of our times, let me remind you about the purpose of higher education. It is about self-fulfillment, personal development, and the pursuit of knowledge, the provision of skills of critical analysis and independent thought to support full participation in civil society. It's also about the preparation of leaders for diverse global environments and support for a highly productive and professional labor force. More importantly, these sentiments must be contextualized against the backdrop of globalization and the internationalization of education. This has inevitably meant the significant movement of students, academics, and programs across national and cultural boundaries, rendering the world a mere global village. At 23 years of age, this year, the University of Portsmouth is one of the top 50 of the world's top 100 universities under 50 years of age, according to the Times Higher Education Rankings. In addition, we're amongst the top 2% of universities worldwide, and your university is on the move, with the Telegraph newspaper reporting in April that we are one of 5 universities in the UK to watch. These are remarkable achievements that we are very proud of, and we hope that you are too. We at the university remain aspirational, energetic, and committed to change and success, ensuring an enduring partnership with each of you. There's little doubt that the knowledge and skills and values that you have developed during your University of Portsmouth studies will help you become leaders within your community into the future. We want you to be successful because your success and achievement will reflect well upon your university, and of course, the success of the university will reflect well on you. I urge you to use your new credentials from your university to good effect. As I said earlier, we live in particularly challenging times where the world is facing problems of enormous gravity, but we also inhabit a planet where there is an unprecedented connection between peoples. More than at any epoch, we are interdependent on people we have never encountered. The colossal issues and problems we face, economic, environmental, religious, and political, are global in their scope. They have no hope of being solved unless people once distant come together and cooperate in ways they have not before. As our most recent graduates, you will undoubtedly bring a unique perspective to these issues and their impact on our communities. I have no doubt that it is amongst our newest graduates that the solutions to some of the most challenging and intractable problems will be found. As Drew Faust, the president of Harvard University, has observed, higher learning, he said, can offer individuals and societies a depth and breadth of vision absent from the inevitably myopic present. Human beings need meaning, understanding, and perspective, as well as jobs. The question should not be whether we can afford to believe in such purposes in these times, but whether we can afford not to. As we celebrate your achievements, we're also looking to the future and the phenomenal potential you have to benefit your community. Your study has empowered you to cultivate strong roots within your community, to allow you to maintain links with local issues and struggles, whilst realizing that these are linked to global imperatives. Together, we're on the way to shaping the future. Futures are forged by the choices we make today and the way we decide to transfer the knowledge that we have acquired and to make our own ripples throughout the world. Today is just the beginning of a lifelong relationship with your university as members of an international community of Portsmouth graduates. Please make use of our excellent alumni association and keep in touch as you continue your journey through life. Continue to live by the values of your university in all that you do. Be responsible, be open, be ambitious, but above all, be passionate. And in all that you do, never settle for second best. It's an honor for me to address you on a day in which you celebrate one of life's great milestones. Your family and friends have supported your ambition, drive, and focus. I wish you every success and encourage you to be bold and give back to the very communities that have not only sustained you, but have enabled you to shape a better future for all of us. Thank you. For the benefit of our guests and friends and colleagues, I just want to let you know what the next part of the ceremony is. This is the main part of the ceremony we now come to. And what will happen is the head of school will come to the lectern and he will read the names of our individual graduates. Shortly, I will exchange some words with the Pro-Vice Chancellor, which will allow our graduates to transition from being graduates to graduates. And along with the Dean of the Faculty, Catherine Harper, they will shake each graduate's hand as they walk across the stage. So that's the proceedings from here on in. So let me try and quickly get through these magical words with the Pro-Vice Chancellor. I certify that all those presented at this ceremony have successfully completed their studies and have satisfied all the conditions and requirements of the university.
By the authority of the university, I confirm that all those who are duly qualified are hereby admitted to the awards for which they are presented.
Pro-Vice Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates for the award of Bachelor of Arts in Animation: Darmiola Adekambi, Kieran Barlow, Tom Bates, Bashad Bakar, Kayla Charlton, Leon Chung, Lauren Clare, Charlie Coffey. With First Class, Lee Dolby. James Dubbins. With First Class, Simon Eden. Holly G. Jack Glazier. With First Class, Josh Gleaves. Sanjay Gurung. Jack Hart. James Hayes. Hannah Hills Evans. With First Class, Laura Ireland. Curtis Keeble. With First Class, Eve Clayman. Lauren Linney. Elia Magar. Jade May. Ollie Pike. Sophia Quach. Sylvia Stankeniter. Natasha Stevens. With First Class, Daniel Styler. Laura Wade. With First Class, Fiona Ware-Heiner. Daniel Watson. Georgia Wheeler. And Bachelor of Arts in Television and Film Production, Anthony Tobias Abibi. Mo Ahmed. With First Class, Jake Ainsworth. Catherine Allen. With First Class, Lloyd Anafi. Joanna Asante. Caitlin Ball. Peter Barchak. Luke Bartlett. Robin Bartlett. Gareth Billington. Kerry Bourne. With First Class, Sean Briggs. Nikita Burton. Philip Calf. With first class, Neil Chauhan. With first class, Emma Colcutt. With first class, Ben Cook. Nathan Felix. With first class, Lawrence Fish. With first class, Caroline Kadathi. Elizabeth Garner. Connor Garnett. Rose Griffiths. Luke Hathaway. Chris Hewitt. With first class, Liam Hopper. Christopher Howes. James Hoy. Liam Hughes. Charlotte Jones. Meg Kelly. James Lincoln. Jordan Muskell. Harris May. Ross McKnight. Barnaby Millery. Callum Moylan. Jordan Mullineau. With first class, Joseph Mulverhill. Jessica Manson. Mark Newington. Daniel Osborne. With first class, Thomas Parker. Bryony Pearce. With first class, Marcy Pettit. Grace Preston. Omid Rahimi Laki. Sam Rawlinson. Daniel Rogers. With first class, Simon Shergold. Robert Sims. Alexander Smith. Bradley Sparks. George Stanley. Chris Stockmanis. Jerome Ty. Matthew Tapping. Ruby Wallace. David Willoughby. Aaron Winder. With first class, Harry Wolds. With first class, Ben Yarman. And Bachelor of Science in Computer Animation, with first class, Fahad Ahmed. With first class, Adam Boyd Brown. With first class, Matthew Brockman. Kaio Berghard. Joel Carles. Simbarasha Chivaka. George Darby. Kirsten Davies. Sergio D'Souza. Manoj Gabuja. Jefferson Helly. With first class, Oliver Herman. With first class, Alex Holmes. With first class, Thomas Husbands. Atai Karaderi. Connor Kennedy. With first class, Callum King. Alice Nightingale. Michael Obeng. With first class, Michael Pickard. Leanne Picknett. Sean Price. With first class, Ben Ransom. With first class, Ross Roberts. Watanapas Rangcharoon. With first class, George Sears. With first class, Cyprian Sledjan. With first class, Subindra Shrestha. Mike Skinner. Mikey Spear. Edward Stevens. John James Tanio. And Bachelor of Science in Computer Games Enterprise with first class, James Cassell. With first class, Matthew Higgins. Stoicho Velev. Andrew Wong. And in Computer Games Technology with first class, Mike Andrews. Bayer Balint. With first class, Ben Beagley. Matthew Bolman. Tristan Chalice. Gao Wei Chung. With first class, Alexia Christofi. With first class, Charlotte Croucher. Kane Doyle. Hayden Duffy. With first class, Daniel Eels. Kieran Forrester. Armani Gentles Williams. Edmund Gola. Matt Greenholge. With first class, Luke Hale. With First Class, William Hurst. David Johnson. Alexander Kimberley. Jack Kirby. Jonathan Langford. Joe Larkin. Zen Chi Lee. Abby Martin Jones. Greg Martin Pavitt. Brendan O'Brien. Carlton Stanley. With First Class, Timothy Stanley. Sam Thompson. With First Class, Niall Whedon. Oliver Whiting-Simpson. Robert Whiting-Simpson. Alex Wood. And in digital media, Jordan Angle. Stanley Bamu. Jade Bright. With First Class, Tim Changa. Tom Chandler. Chloe Daniels. Joshua Ellis. Sophie Faulkner. Brad Goddard. With First Class, Oliver Grogan. Philippa Hart. With First Class, Aaron Hare. April Huang. Rory Kavanagh. Holly King. James Leafield. With First Class, Christos Mavros. Valentino Messina. Shabir Moti. Sharina Palmer. With First Class, Emma Rayfield. With First Class, Antoine Rizzo. Vivek Rudra. With First Class, Ulysses Salazar Yamas. Hayley Sexton. Manok Sift. With First Class, Charlotte Skinner. Christia Theodorides. Jeffrey Turner. Anisha Vasudevan. With First Class, Kalok Young. Lydia Samzuri. And in Entertainment Technology, Brandon Begg. Chloe Cox. Peter Dixon. Sadiq Jaffer, Marcus Kelly, Omateo Olawepo, Mafazur Rahman, Prithvi Shah, Simon Watts, with First Class George Wheeler, Jack Windsor, Ni Shihal, and in mobile media applications, Douglas Entertema. And in music and sound technology, Ryan Aldis. Jesse Andrew. Connor Bowie. Steve Brooks. Christopher Burford. Ryan Clark. Billy Croxford. With First Class, James Foraker. Liam Gilchrist. Ted Gotsamanis. Ewan Graff. With First Class, Sam Harper. William Holland. Daniel Hoy. Max Jones. Anya Knight. With First Class, George Lee. Alex Lee. With First Class, Pirette Lebene. Rob Lindsay. Ermis Madikopoulos. Itai Mandiza. Ben Maudsley. Kayla Moreno. Gerald Odiachi. Jamie Paul. Ediz Piran. Jordan Hunt. Joe Spurrell. Andy Syed. Luke Thomas. Nierin Thompson. Connor Vibert. John White. With First Class, Ivan Williams. And in television and broadcasting, with First Class, Rebecca Anderton. With First Class, Alexandra Bate. With First Class, Rachel Benici. With First Class, Simon Bull. First Class, Gulliver Burrows. Sam Dawes. Dylan Elcombe. Simon Forrest. First class, Talvrin Francis. With first class, Dom Hall. Rachel Hawthorne. With first class, Jess Hunt. With first class, Rochelle Jackson. Alex Johnson. Jack Johnston. Jade Jordan. With first class, Natalie Keys. Lucy Nella. Harry Craig. With first class, Jonathan Mayers. Catherine McGroarty. First class, Ollie Nassell. With first class, Lauren O'Connell. With first class, Callum O'Leary. First class, Jack Reed. With first class, Alex Sermon. With first class, Lily Skelton. Jessica Snaith. Seng Ying Tan. George Terrell. First class, Daniel Thompson. Frederick Topple. Rebecca Trimmer. Becca Wilkes. Jordan Willard. With first class, Umbi Winters. And Master of Science in Digital Media, Zekwalena Chong. With distinction, Norbert Kozeniowski. With distinction, Kuinafa Fothi.
Pro-Vice Chancellor, I present to you Rochelle Jackson to respond to the University on behalf of the graduates.
Vice Chancellor, honoured guests, friends and families, fellow graduates. I'm extremely humbled and grateful to have the honour of speaking on behalf of the class of 2015 and to thank those that have been with us every step of the way during our time at the University of Portsmouth. 3 years ago, I was told by a close friend that these university years would be some of the best of my life. Many of us found ourselves adjusting to university by arriving at our halls of residence, student houses, or commuting in on our first day, not knowing where to begin, who to talk to, or where to start with our workloads. And yet now, here we are at our graduation. As we sit here today, we have a huge range of experiences and pathways we have taken throughout our university lives. Some have grown the independence they sought to look forward to a more assured future. Others have balanced academia with fun-filled adventures, and many have seized every opportunity given to them. There is one thing for certain: we have all been on a journey. We started university the same people we are now. Of course, we were a few years younger then, but we have all found something to be proud of. Whether it be academic goals, such as achieving a high grade on a piece of coursework we thought we could never finish, finding the courage and determination to try out a new skill or hobby, or personal goals, such as learning to cook from scratch, or even making friends with individuals both like-minded and different to ourselves. We can all take pride in the people we are today. I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say that the journeys we have been on were not travelled alone, and it is the people around us today that have helped us to where we are now. Firstly, our thanks go towards our lecturers and staff members, not only for sharing with us their knowledge and expertise, but for guiding us to achieve our academic goals. I think we can agree that their wisdom, passion, and inspiration has given us a goal to aim towards in our future careers. Secondly, we must give thanks to our friends and family for providing constant support over the past few years during times of worry and stress, and of course for some of us when we've needed home-cooked food and clean clothes. Without their advice and guidance, we may not have even begun our initial journeys towards university. And finally, a thanks to our fellow students. We have all been on this adventure together and have encouraged each other throughout, whether it be our flatmates or course mates working on group projects, or as a support to one another. We have taken this journey together as a community, and here we are today, finishing as a community. The question remains, where do we go from here? Many of us have had some of the best years of our lives, so what happens next? With a variety of creativity and skills between us, alongside the challenges we have faced, and arguably the most important, the lessons learnt from our lecturers, families and friends, we have built the foundations on which to successfully continue the rest of our lives. To the class of 2015, I wish you the very best of luck in the future, and congratulations on becoming graduates. Thank you.
Now, what normally happens at this part of the ceremony is that the Chancellor, Sandy Toksvig, stands up from this chair and offers a few words of advice and congratulations to the graduates, congratulating them on their achievements and giving her own inevitable take on how to go about having a happy and successful life. Now, unfortunately, Sandy can't be with us today because she's away filming a television show in Glasgow. But through the wonders of modern technology, that does not mean that she's unable to address the congregation. So I'd just like to hand over now to our Chancellor, Sandy Toksvig.
Hello there, graduands, you did it! I bet there was many a day you thought you would never get this cap and gown moment, so well done. And how great you all look in your academic dress, and even from here, I can tell, just smelling very faintly of mothballs. I'm so sorry not to be there with you, and there is a lesson straight away for you. Never work for the BBC, because it gets in the way of having a life. I love graduation, although I have to say I don't mind missing out on some of the more crushing handshakes. Parents, well done you! How proud you must be today, and optimistic about the future. How exciting to see what your youngsters will make of their lives, and I suspect you'll have a ringside seat, as these days young people hardly ever leave home. I have a few words of special congratulations. Really well done to any of the more, how can I put this, mature students who decided that age is no barrier to learning. I salute your tenacity. They say wisdom comes with age. In my case, I think age may have come on its own, but I say to all of you that learning is a lifelong process. For the younger ones, I'm jealous of what wonders lie ahead for you, the books you will read, the music you will hear, and the beauty you will see. Having a degree simply shows you know how to think. Now go and use that ability to its fullest extent. Having a university education means you are among the privileged few in the world, and I believe it comes with a responsibility to contribute to your community to the best of your ability. Life is short, trust me. Time spins past you like a whirlwind. You all look so beautiful today, but boys, your hair will go, and girls, you don't want to know what will go. So crack on and don't leave fulfilling your ambitions too late, or you may find you missed the moment. And speaking of moments, try and be of the moment, and by that I mean live in the present. I fully understand the joy of modern technology, but maybe, occasionally, put down your smartphone. Stop texting people who are not in the room and try enjoying being with the people who actually are. You may surprise yourself and find you even like them, and even more surprisingly, those people may include your parents. My association with Portsmouth is one of the things I am proudest of, and I hope you feel the same. Please don't go away and never return. Join the Alumni Association and know that you will always have a warm welcome here. You are part of the family, and like all good families, we may fight, we may ask you for money, but you will always have a place at the table. Every year we hold a Chancellor's dinner for students and alumni, and why not decide now to come back next year and join in? It would be lovely to see you. I hope you have the happiest of days, and be nice to whoever is doing the handshaking, because honestly, it can leave bruising. Bye.
I'd now like to close this ceremony by offering my congratulations to the graduates. We're very, very proud of all that you have achieved, and we're confident that you're going to go on to achieve even greater things as you move on to the next stage of your careers and perhaps education. So, I now formally declare this ceremony closed, so please be upstanding.